Okay. Jetzt macht das auch wieder Sinn. Ah, hier war noch ein zweites Fenster auf. Jetzt macht das alles auch noch mehr Sinn. Wir lernen das nochmal. Bin ich immer noch wild, dass sie aus ihren Kindchen gemacht haben. Weiß ja nicht. Kiana. Und Nadine ein neues Outfit. Sieht auch schön aus. Oh, die Ellie-Figur hätte ich so gerne, ne? Ellie ist so ein schöner Charakter. Also nicht nur vom Äußeren, sondern auch vom Inneren. Ja. Oh Mann. Das sieht übel aus.
Hello there, Captains.
Hello, Captains, and
Hallo,
welcome
ihr
to the
beiden.
Hyperion Lounge for version 8.0. I wonder how everyone's feeling after watching the version trailer. It's packed with information, but at the same time, oddly sweet.
How so? Was that scene of them resting against each other at the park all you saw?
You're right. It's
So
a
that's then-
bittersweet trailer. Just look at the flashbacks of Helia and Coralie at the start. Helia looked so lost. What a huge contrast that is to their peaceful days.
But after Durandal appeared and patted Helia on the shoulder, the atmosphere became more reassuring.
No matter what, Durandal will be a strong and reliable senpai.
That's right. And since we've mentioned Durandal, how about we start by introducing her battlesuit?
Rain Solaris is an imaginary type battlesuit that deals physical damage. Having turned smaller, Durandal's more agile and can use the javelin in nimble ways.
Yes, Rain Solaris has two completely different combat forms. In the Rampager form, she can perform 3 sequence attacks with the javelin. She can also perform charged attacks to deal more damage.
She's dealing damage faster than before. Let's check out her other form.
This form is special because little Durandal uses a different weapon, and that's the hoverboard.
In Skyrider form, little Durandal zips past her enemies on her hoverboard and performs lightning-fast 3 sequence attacks. Likewise, she can perform charged attacks on her hoverboard.
Little Durandal's ultimate retains her explosive strength. After casting her ultimate, she soars into the clouds on her hoverboard. She'll then hurl her weapon, which pierces the sky to obliterate her enemies with massive physical damage.
Durandal might have turned smaller, but she's as agile and strong as before. Her attacks resemble her past self.
Yes,
Sieht auf jeden Fall sehr
Durandal
wild
fought
wieder
like a
aus.
heavy knight. Attacking with a lance gives a greater sense of power. Now that she's smaller, she's turned to the more agile javelin.
Die werden irgendwie in den neueren Versionen auch ziemlich
She
goofy.
does look like an adorable and dependable little knight. But there's more to her abilities. She also has astral ring skills.
little Durandal would be protected by a new astral ring specialization, Law of Ascension. She
Schon
also
wieder ein neues
possesses Heavenly
Sternring-Ding.
Shift, an astral ring trait. When astral ring is activated, she can cast her entry attack, Stellar Shift, to jump into the air and hurl her javelin at enemies.
When she enters Stellar Outburst as the leader, other teammates
Javelin.
with this trait will have the same entry attack. After casting this attack, they will enter the Augmented Ascension state.
Moreover, when little Durandal is the
Javelin
leader,
ist auch das, was
teammates with this trait can cast specific attacks to reset little Durandal's switch cooldown and trigger her QTE.
Terry
After the version
und
8.0 update, Sangchui,
Telema
Vita, and
benutzen,
Sparkle
ne?
will gain the Heavenly Shift trait too and unlock new Astral Ring skills. Don't forget to check them out.
Looks like the new trait isn't exclusive to her. The mysterious power in previous characters has been unlocked. That concludes the combat segment. Next up, let's introduce little Durandal's weapon and stigmata.
After the version 8.0 update, Little Durandal's recommended weapon, Valorous Effulgence, and Pryarm, Valorous Effulgence New Voyage, will be available. When equipped with her recommended weapon, Little Durandal's QTE is enhanced and will generate up to 4 more javelins.
We have to introduce the Illuminating the Universe stigma set too. This stigma set depicts little Durandal's life in a parallel universe. Playing soccer, playing in a
Liebesbisschen.
band, and
Aber lustig,
skateboarding
wie
are all
Rita da
a
als
cakewalk
Fan
to her.
dabei ist.
No matter what she does, she's always in the spotlight.
Even in a parallel universe, Rita is still supporting Durandal by her side. Well, she's too cute. How could anyone resist the urge to cheer her on?
Oops.
Aber
I
weiß
think we
nicht,
got
also
too
finde
carried
ich,
away talking about
finde ich
Durandal.
trotzdem irgendwie ein
Let's
bisschen
move on to
weird.
the main story. First,
Aber
let's hear the messages from two
egal.
voice artists. Don't forget to claim the redemption code too.
Ah,
今の彼女たちは私のことを知らないけど、い
Little
つか私た
Night.
ちの道は交わるはず。
Wo ist
まだ出
denn?
会ってない運命の友達みたいで、少し不思議な感覚がするよ。館長の皆さん、こんにちは。夢追い人役の中島由紀です。さあ、最近の崩壊サードのメインストーリーですが、いろんな変化がありましたね。夢追い人と仲間たちの努力のもと、老朽の危機は解決できたように見えましたが、これから彼女たちはもっ
Little?
ともっと厄介な問題に向き合わなければなりません。火星のシステムは想像以上に危険で、ゲームデータみたいな単純なものではございませんでした。かつて絆を結んだ相手が自分を忘れているだけじゃなくて、対立する可能性すらあります。次々と出てくる手がかりと謎に思い悩むかもしれませんが、きっと夢追い人なら探索で迷いを振り切れるはずです。そしてかつて知り合った人たちとも未来では違う立場で新しい絆を結べるかもしれませんね。これからも夢追い人はもっと不思議な体験を重ねていくと思いますので、皆さんもぜひこれからの物語に注目してください。
Stimmt.
誰も聞かなかったから知ってるんだと思ってたわ。まあ、私のちょっとした特別扱いのおかげで結局自分たちの手で答えを見つけ出せたみたいだけど。皆さん、またお会いしましたね。アジタ役の瀬戸あさみです。老朽で起きたあの事件をきっかけにして、きっと館長の皆さんもアジタのこと気になってくれてますかね。はい、
はい
再び登場した彼女はですね、皆さんの想像ともしかしたら違ったりしてたかもしれません。なんかこう人ならざるものというか、こうオーラのある核と比べるとアジタはすごく人間らしくて、なんかちょっとこうセクシーなお姉さんみたいな要素がある人だなというふうに私も思っています。アジタは結構ストレートな物言いをするので、そんな彼女にイライラしていたリ
Das
タ
ist
も
wirklich
すごく面
lustig,
白かったで
wie
す。
die beiden agieren.
そんなアジタですが、最新のストーリーではちょっと尖っている一面を見せ始めます。やっぱり多くの隠し事をしている彼女なので、何らかの目的があるんじゃないかなというふうに思っています。これからのストーリーでアジタが活躍することを願っております。ぜ
Agita
ひ
und
館
Vita
長の
sind
皆
sich
さんも引き続き 崩壊
Ashita
サ
und
ード
Vita
のスト
sind
ーリ
sich
ーを
halt
チェック
ziemlich
してくだ
ähnlich,
さい。
ne?
Dreamseeker has to face a huge mystery as companions leave her. She also has to deal with Ajita, whose motives are unknown and possibly malicious. By the way, I'm really upset about the main story. Weren't we promised that it would be sweet in the last Hyperion lounge?
But Helia and Coralie are resting so comfortably against each other in the CG. Isn't that sweet enough? During the boss fight, Coralie also gave Helia the confidence to overcome her inner struggles.
All right, I get it. It's Honkai Impact 3's age-old trick. If
Auf
I
jeden
hadn't
Fall,
watched the
ey.
ending, you would have fooled me. I can't imagine how Helia will face all of this. Come on, let's check out version 8.0's main story content.
In Part 2, Chapter 7, Bouquets of Unfulfilled Wishes, Dreamseeker and her companions return to the Mars system to continue investigating the Ten Shoes War.
Is little Durandal comforting Dreamseeker in this CG? Looks like Coralie's plight left a scar on everyone else too.
Yeah, they're all fighting on despite their grief. Helia hasn't given up on the investigation too. Helia's holding back her tears on her mission to uncover the reason behind the tragedy.
For someone like Helia, she might feel even worse if she stays put. The trailer also hints at a tough decision she might have to make soon.
Helia's state is worrying. However, someone unexpected will appear in the new main story. They're related to the eye in Helia's mind.
I think it's appeared during battle in the last version and as an Easter egg in this trailer. Has someone been peering into Helia's mind this entire time?
I can only say, all answers will be found in the game.
Naja,
If
es
you wanna
sieht so
find out
aus, als
more,
wäre das die.
make sure to play it.
That's not it for the main story.
Ach, wie hieß
After
sie
what
noch?
happened to Coralie, they're even more eager to locate the god of Mars. So, after undergoing a series of trials, they
Sarah?
made it into the tower.
That means new areas will be
Auf jeden Fall
unlocked.
diese eine Göttin,
I can't
die
believe we'll be
Vita
able
die
to
ganze
explore the
Zeit
tower
aus dem
in this
Weg räumen
version.
möchte.
Let's take a look at what's in store.
Ich könnte mir
This
vorstellen,
tower
dass sie das ist, die
overlooking Rainbow
versucht,
is a sacred place
Helia auf die
accessible only to
dunkle
victors of
Seite
the
der
Ten
Macht
Shoes
zu
War.
heben.
After you enter, you'll pass through a corridor illuminated by lamps.
Aber
You can tell how stately this place is
Mal
just
sehen.
from the decor.
Aside from the solemn atmosphere, the tower has another unique
der
design.
Jäger sieht das geil
As
aus.
the residence of gods, the tower is unlike the rest of Reimu, in that day and night exist here. During its illusory daytime, memorials of the Ten Shoes War can be clearly seen. There's also a statue shrouded in light.
After dusk, the gentle lamplight illuminates the statue in the darkness of night. I can't
was
wait
von
to
den
visit this
Statuen
place
der
in the
Sieben.
game. Next, let us
Oder?
introduce the main story gameplay.
It still stars our celebrity Vita.
Ah,
What
schon
will
wieder
Vita
was
offer
mit
this
Vita.
time? You got it. A new cube game.
Last time it was
Ah, wieder ein
Cube
Monopoly.
Lisa. This time it's Cube Bianca. Does Vita have something against cubes? In no time, she'll be turning everyone around her into cubes.
Ach so,
That's
das
just how Vita is.
eine Spiel,
Even
was
though
wir in
she's
dem
helping
Event
the
davor
Schicksal,
hatten.
She
Okay.
won't miss a chance to have fun. This time, she'll team up with little Durandal to clean
Ah,
data.
das war nervig
They'll
irgendwie.
clean that dirty data generated during system
Da
operation.
hätte ich das
An on-duty
Monopoly
work
doch
guy,
lieber.
captains will move Cubianca around and solve puzzles.
But when there's trouble, Cube Bianca will adapt by pulling out her hoverboard. If her path is obstructed, she can toss out a hoverboard in the designated direction to trigger the mechanism and clear the path.
If there isn't a path forward, she can also pave her own road by soaring ahead on her hoverboard. In addition to creating new paths, you will unlock the position swap feature. After tossing out the hoverboard, Cubianca can swap positions with it.
What a useful hoverboard! I can't wait to play this in-game. Completing the main story rewards crystals, source prisms, and more. All right, that's all we have for the main story content. Let's move on to...
Hang on. Everyone, eyes on me. I have an important event to announce. And that's the shiny and sparkling event. During the event, complete the main story of specific chapters to obtain a portion of 60 million crystals.
Geil.
60 million crystals?
Kann die
What
mir
an
auch gleich direkt
unprecedented
überweisen.
Actually, there's more than crystals. Complete event missions to claim treasure finder tickets. Use them to enter raffles for merchandise or in-game items. A mystery grand prize awaits everyone in this prize pool. Graduation bundles, Paladin BP unlock coupons, crystals, and more will also be available.
Wow, so many gifts. I can almost hear the numerical planning team and the merchandise team crying. But the prizes will be mine. May I be blessed with good luck when the raffles begin.
Ja, aber das wird vermutlich sowieso
Alright,
nichts. Da hat ja
We
kaum
should
jemand
discuss
Glück
the
bei.
featured event, Countdown to Sweet Dreams 2.
Why has Kiana collapsed onto Bella? I really want to know what happened. It says that a girl is traveling from dream to dream. What dreams are those?
Maybe they're the dreams of everyone in Shixel, like May feeling overjoyed because Kiana finally quit eating instant noodles.
Or maybe Teresa invented super delicious bitter melon buns that everyone loves.
Jokes aside, some familiar faces will actually appear in this event. We'll meet May, Teresa, Fuhua, Hersher of Sentience, and we might even see Grisio, Carol, and Vida. Those dreams must be chaotic.
Auf jeden
In
Fall.
Kiana's attempt to restore the dreamscape, she even recruited Rice Cake the Great to help her.
Other than the comedic story, a fun boss battle awaits. We'll need to get on stage and beat the drums. By which we mean literally beating a drum.
Yes, you might not believe it, but that drum is the boss. Since it's
Ah.
a drum, there's a beat and rhythm to its attacks. For example, it can raise its drumsticks and cast attacks by
Und daher
drumming
die
to the beat.
Zwischensequenz?
For a stage performance like this, the gameplay has to be rhythmic too. Captains must help Kiana dodge drumsticks falling from above and retaliate to the beat of the drum.
Classic rhythm gameplay.
Sieht auch nach einem
Last
neuen
but not
Outfit aus.
least, this drum boss is related to a certain character. Who is it? I won't spoil it for you. You can find out for yourself in the game.
Aside from the boss fight, normal fights will also play out differently. Captains will command followers in battle to help Kiana restore the dream world. A great example would be Bella. You can even become a monster trainer in Honkai Impact 3rd.
The monsters are divided into 4 types, and our dear Bella is a mixed elemental type. It can switch between ice and fire attacks. Enemies inflicted with freeze and ignite simultaneously will suffer bonus damage from Melt-plosion.
Husk will also make an appearance. It can deflect enemy attacks to deal damage. That sounds really fun. We'll also see 2 big names among the types.
Yes, let us welcome our old friend, Kevin of the Signet of Past Deliverance.
Ah,
He
Kevin.
toys with his enemies by sending them into the air and smashing them into the ground.
Anything can happen in dreams. We can even travel with Kevin. We'll also meet someone who looks just like Saw. It belongs to the time control type. It can cause global time fractures with attacks and summon clones to attack in tandem.
As the story progresses, support followers of different types will be unlocked. You can increase the rank of combat followers to unlock stronger skills.
Material stages are a major source of follower rank-up materials.
Mhm.
Completing 3-star challenges unlocks the sweep function to free you from grinding.
In version 8.0, play this event to get an emblem, crystals, source prisms, and more. Sinadina's new outfit, Steering in Equations, will also be available.
Speaking of Senna's outfit, has she taken up a side job as a teacher? She looks sharp, but still energetic.
Is she going to use that yo-yo in her hand to teach? Seems like her lessons will be a lot of fun.
Miss Senna, please teach me. I'm your student. Anyone who has Senna as their teacher is truly blessed. The
Ich hoffe,
suit and
dass wir
pattern around
Senadina
her
auch
neck
mal
look
wieder sehen.
fabulous.
The zestful queen can handle the classroom
Die ist
and
ja
the
jetzt schon
battlefield
ewig
with
nicht mehr da
ease.
gewesen.
We've shared all we can about this version's battlesuit and events. That sure was a lot of information to process. I have to say, Durandal is especially adorable when she's little. When I first saw Durandal shrunken in the story, I was shocked by the contrast.
I was surprised by her sudden transformation too. But that made me even more excited about the new main story chapter.
Little Little Durandal feels like a combination of her adult and child self. Now that she's smaller, she'll start displaying childlike tendencies. That being said, she still feels like a senior to everyone. She guides her juniors with words and protects them with actions. She's like a sturdy defender.
There's a contrast between her mature personality and adorable appearance. The story reveals that Durandal's current appearance is deemed to be the most suitable for her by the quantum computer on Mars.
Perhaps it's a reflection of her passionate nature? In other words, she hasn't changed.
Yes, it does reveal Durandal's tenacity. However, the story also suggests that Durandal might face problems outside her wheelhouse. For example, she isn't good at speaking with her dejected juniors.
That's because she's the type who prefers actions over words when consoling others. Yeah, she'll do her duty as a senpai, but still worry about how to give good advice.
She's actually very dependable, isn't she? How I wish I could be her junior. That's all we have for Durandal's growth and challenges. It's a good time to talk about Helia, too.
Now that we're done with the senpai, let's talk about her junior. Helia's story really broke my heart. Everyone must be shocked to find out that her Honkai adaptability is only D in version 7.9.
In fact, Helia is just an ordinary person. She doesn't possess extraordinary talents like Kiana, Branya, or Mei. Durandal saved her when she was a child. After that, she started to dream big. It was her diligence that brought her closer to her dream.
And just like Durandal, she's a hard worker. Helia did her very best to become an A-rank Valkyrie. That's already an impressive feat.
She's always sought answers externally whenever she faced the gap between her dreams and realities. That's why she reached out to Rita, Susanna, and Dreamseeker. Through her interactions with Coralie, hope has been rekindled in her heart.
I'm sure the affirmation from a close friend must have given her great courage and made her feel less alone. When they argue, Helia always tries to reconcile despite her anger. As for Coralie, she may seem mischievous, but she's an attentive girl. They support each other in their own ways.
Yes, that's why Coralie cherishes Helia so much. She grew ears and a tail due to the Honkai. She underwent unpleasant things in her childhood, so she's cautious about making friends. You might notice that most of Coralie's friends are made through Helia.
Coralie is a person who's detached and rejects the notion of death. Yet in the end, she willingly sacrificed her life for her best friend Helia. This truly touched my heart.
That's exactly what made the CG of Helia hearing about Coralie's death feel so heart-wrenching. It conveyed Helia's despair and stirred our curiosity over what will happen.
Wow, time really flies by.
Ich hoffe echt, dass Coralie irgendwie wieder zurückkommt.
Helia, but it's time to say goodbye.
Also das hat sie null verdient gehabt.
Do stay tuned for the main story.
That's all for version 8.0's Battlesuit and events. See you next time, Captains.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ja, das scheint es wohl gewesen zu sein. Sah interessant aus, war jetzt nicht so mega spannend, also so als Update. Aber ja, ich bin gespannt, wie das da mit Helia dann weitergeht. Und mit Coralie auf jeden Fall. Ich hoffe wirklich inständig, dass sie irgendwie wieder zum Leben kommt, weil also das, als ich die Story da gespielt hatte, da war auch, also ich meine, die haben wirklich die Todesflagge gesetzt, als das war einfach zu glücklich, was da passiert ist. Das war reinweg. Du hast gesehen, oh mein Gott, viel zu glücklich. Die werden sie umbringen lassen. Das stand quasi fest, als du gesehen hast, wie glücklich die aussehen. Aber naja. Schade, schade, aber was willst du machen, ne? Gut, dann mache ich den Quatsch mal aus. Ich denke, heute Abend mache ich oder Mittag, Nachmittag oder so, werde ich mal anfangen, Genshin noch zu machen. Und ja, dann mal gucken. Ne? Wie immer, adieu.